We'll see. Our opponent's taking a lot of damage themselves. Whew, we're taking a lot of damage. Down to 3. Well then. Alright, guys. We are here for match 4 with the list that you see on screen. We are here for round 4. We are currently 2-1, so hopefully we can end up 3-1, eventually 4-1. That would be fantastic. But if not, at least we've gained some experience, some knowledge, and some entertainment. And if you find yourself getting any of those 3 things from this video, then go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share it with people. You may not notice, do not really promote my content in any way. I just don't feel that it's right to take up other people's time and space to promote my own content. But of course, it's totally fine if you do it. So be my outreach program. Let people know what's going on here on this channel. And yeah, I'm going to stop wasting your time with a bunch of promotional stuff that nobody wants to hear. Let's just jump straight into the match. Alright, we are here for the match. What will we be playing against this time? On the play, love it. Playing as QB Turtle 15. Can't say I'm familiar with that username. We have a hand that plays nothing until turn 3, but we are on the play. We have a Radiant Fountain naturally to stem some of the bleeding. Our opponent has not revealed a companion. A little bit of a loose one. I think we can do better. I'm going to mulligan. At least we get to play a turn 2 Stirrings here, and if we find an Amulet, this hand is very much live. I think I am interested in keeping this one, and I'm going to ship a Redundant Summoner's Pact. Don't want to be casting 2 of those in the same turn if we can at all avoid it. And yeah, let's just lead on to Garenbrig and pass it back. See what our opponent has got in store for us. Inspiring Vantage. Well, I guess our Radiant Fountain hand would have been pretty decent, but casting spells seems pretty good. I don't know, what do you think? There's our Amulet, going exactly as planned. Let's just play out our Stronghold, play out this Amulet, pass it back. Yeah, things are going pretty nicely now. We can just play Garenbrig into Titan on turn 4 here. Eidolon. We don't really care too much about that one. Explore. Nah. Let's just Titan them this upcoming turn. Seems like a decent play. Now we have to decide between gaining some life and playing around them having double bolt for our Titan. Maybe we can manage to do both by just getting Tolaria West and a Radiant Fountain on our attack trigger. We'll see. Our opponent's taking a lot of damage themselves. Whew, we're taking a lot of damage. Down to 3. Well then. At least our Titan is not going to be tapped, so we'll be able to block with it. I mean, I think we have to cast Titan here. We'll have to use a Vesuva to copy our Stronghold to be able to haste and attack here, but I think we should do it. Down to 1. We are bold here. We've already played land for turn, so it doesn't make any sense not to go ahead and attack. It's not like we'd be able to get Radiant Fountain and a bounce land, pick up the Radiant Fountain, and then replay Radiant Fountain, so definitely getting Garrison and Vesuva. I mean, if our opponent has pretty much anything, we're just dead here, so it's a shame that we can't get another 2 points of damage across, but such is life. That is the way of things. All right, we'll pick up the Vesuva, of course. Swing at our opponent. You know, we can use Colony Garden to give us an additional blocker. I think that's going to be fantastic here. Colony Garden and Radiant Fountain to maybe survive the turn. Clearly, in our second main phase, we should just cast an Explorer Grazer here. There can't be anything wrong with that. Can't be anything wrong with that. I mean, we're still just dead to Bolt. We're dead to Bolt anyways. Oh, our opponent concedes the game? Excuse me? I mean, I'll take it. That game was not over, though, for sure. All right, we bring in the Sage, not the Force, as Force doesn't interact with any of our opponent's creatures. At the very least, Reclamation Sage can block. So I am a fan of Sage in this matchup, not really a Force. Second Valakut seems decent. We'll bring that one in. Not really a fan of Dismember here, as we're likely going to be taking as much damage from a Dismember as we would from the creature that we're killing anyways, and like we just saw, Eidolon of the Great Revel is not much of an issue at all, so not really trying to dismember that one. Yeah, I think that's about it from the board. Of course, if our opponent shows us Blood Moon, then we'll bring in the Force, but I think that's all we need here. We can trim a Cavern, although they do play Grazer on one, which is relevant. I think it's okay to trim one here, though. Explorer is pretty slow for this matchup as well. I think Stirrings to find an Amulet or a second Amulet to kill our opponent even faster is probably more relevant than having a turn 2 play. Yeah. Actually, Karn is not that fantastic in this matchup. I think it's better to board out Karns and board in Explosives and possibly Wormcoil Engine, although I think Wormcoil Engine is a bit of a trap. If you're making a 6-mana play, it ought to be Titan. You'll be gaining most likely just as much life as Wormcoil Engine would be gaining you. Assuming they don't just kill your Wormcoil Engine and give you a 3/3 lifelinker, of course. But the other thing is, Titan can just win the game on its own. So if you're resolving 6-drop, just cast a Titan. Don't bother with a Wormcoil Engine, in my opinion. And let's just keep this Cavern. Ghost Quarter is an untapped source. Is that better than Explorer? I feel like it is. We'll have the Ghost Quarter. Not really big on Explorer in this particular matchup, as we just died with an Explorer in hand for further proof that Explorer is not that great. I can't believe I almost forgot to sideboard out Karn the Great Creator in this matchup. That would have been a bit of a disaster. Whew. This hand is kind of close. We don't have an early play at all, but turn 3 Dryad and a potential turn 4 Titan. I mean, we'd have to find a Garen Brig or a Bounce Land, and even then, if our Dryad dies, then we're probably gonna be playing some serious catch up. I don't know. I'm kind of inclined to mulligan this. I think we'd rather have a turn 1 play, like this Amulet of Vigor or this Arboreal Grazer. Yeah, we're definitely keeping this, and I'm gonna ship the Summoner's Pact here. Actually, I mean, we kind of want to use this card draw from the Explorer to find another land, but we're likely going to be top decking lands, and it's more important, in my opinion, to have access to a Titan to close out the game on time here, so I'm going to ship the Explorer. Turn 1, Goblin Guide, please. Yes, land off the top. Let's go. We have a Dryad on top. That's fine. Colony Garden. We'll gain our 2 life from Colony Garden via chump blocking, of course. We can still play Amulet into Grazer into Dryad this upcoming turn. We'll most certainly be interested in that. Bolt. They bolt us. All right. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take our chump block value. We found a land off the top with this guide, which is fantastic. All right, let's play Amulet. Crumbling Vestige into Sanctuary does the same thing, but leaves us with an extra land in play, so let's go for that. And let's float a green with this Vestige, play Grazer. We'll yield to this one, and I guess put Garrison into play. Ah. Why did I do that? I wasn't thinking about the fact that we needed green mana to cast a Dryad. What am I doing today? Oh well. Well, we're a turn off of our Titan for literally no reason. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little distracted. Smash to smithereens. Yeah, that's a bit of an annoyance. We'll block this Swift Spear here. If they have another 1-drop, they don't. What was on top here? Summoner's Pact? Okay. Man, we're just getting super punished for having played out this Garrison instead of the Sanctuary. It couldn't possibly be worse. Maybe we'll still be able to get across the finish line this game, but definitely not giving ourselves the best chances. Block. Easy blocks. Stirrings. Okay, well, here's a Dryad. Garen Brig. So, if we Stirrings here and find exactly Radiant Fountain, then we'll be rewarded for just casting the Stirrings first. I don't think our opponent will have anything to interact with our Dryad. I suppose we could potentially get Path to Exiled, but I'm not super worried about that here. I think it's going to be right to just Stirrings. So I'm going to go for it. Cavern, sure. I guess we just put the Sanctuary into play here. Hopefully we're not just dead here. Could definitely be the case. Might just be dead here. Hopefully our opponent has literally 2 lands in hand right now. That is our only savior. Or, nah, another creature wouldn't be good. There's 1 land. Alright, so that's half of the puzzle solved. Lava Spike. They're casting this, which means we're probably dead. Right, last card, be a land. Doesn't look like a land. Eidolon. No, but we can't Summoner's Pact. And we can't even cast the Rex Sage that we're holding on to here either, because then we'd just die. Okay. Amulet. Well, I mean, we're not doing anything with that. I mean, we're just dead to our opponent's every top deck, pretty much, but, let's name a Giant here, and, pass it back. Actually, we're actually literally just dead, because our opponent has lethal attackers, so, you know what? Let's, Summoner's Pact for the loss. At exactly 1. If we had, if I had played out that Sanctuary instead of the Garrison, we would have won this game for sure. Definitely feeling terrible about that. At least we're on the play, and we'll run it back. Don't really feel like changing anything here. On the play. We have a turn 1 Amulet hand. Nothing else, though. We have Titan mana rolled up. No 3-drop, no Titan. Not even sure what Stirrings can find here. I guess Engineered Explosives, but there's not really any lands that matter. All of our lands are entering tapped if we don't find anything, or if we are not able to keep this Amulet in play, I mean. Like if our opponent has a Destructive Revelry or something. Yeah, I feel like this is a safe mulligan. Well, I mean, we have untapped sources, and we have a Titan, and we have an Explosives. I'm not in love with this hand, though. I think we do have to keep it. And I'm inclined to bottom the Garrison here. Could be bad if we end up being 1 short of playing a Titan, since that is only 5 mana worth to go towards this Titan, but Garrison in play is pretty awkward. We also want to probably keep all of our untapped sources. A little unclear. I think I'm going to send back the Garrison. Actually, I'm going to send back the Cavern. I think it's better to just have guaranteed Titan mana so that we can top deck a couple ramp pieces and just get there, not having to be worried about top decking the last mana source, or trying to keep Amulet plus a Dryad or Azusa in play against our opponent's Lightning Bolt effects and stuff like that, or, you know, effects to destroy Amulet. If those are the things that we draw, we'll be happy to have Titan mana just ready to go here. Probably playing Explosives on 1. I think that makes sense. Pass it back. It gives us the ability to pop it on turn 2 here if we want to. Stops our opponent from having the just triple 1-drop draw or double 1-drop plus bolt draw that would punish us pretty badly. So there's another Explosives. Interesting. We'll play out the Sun Home and pass back. We're denying ourselves the ability to play a Dryad or a Zeus this upcoming turn, but instead we're allowing ourselves to destroy our opponent's 1-drops here. They commit Eidolon, that's fine. Let's let our opponent doesn't even attack with a guide. Interesting. I don't know. That's interesting, because we can't just play Vesuva as a copy of Forest and pass it back to our opponent. That doesn't seem too bad to me. We could also just pop Explosives now. I think it's better to wait on the Explosives. Alright, let's copy our Forest here. Playing around Blood Moon, getting ourselves some green sources in play to cast Titan or activate Garenbrig or what have you. Our opponent can go to combat and attack. Let's see if they attack with the guide. They do not. That's fine. Take 2 from this bear. Alright, do we pop the explosives? If our opponent Boros Trumps to save their Goblin Guide, I'm pretty happy about that, and hopefully we're top decking some kind of ramp to play this upcoming turn, so may not have the mana to use here. I'm just going to go ahead and deploy this explosives on tap. 3 drop. Another Titan, huh? It's not really what we were looking for, but that's okay. Let's play the Sanctuary and pick up an untapped source here. And just pass it back. No reason to play out an explosives here. Not like we'd be able to blow up explosives on one anyways. I suppose if we had floated with the force, then we could play explosives on one and then blow it up, but our opponent doesn't have any more 1-drops, which is kind of what we were playing around by not playing the explosives just yet anyways. They could have a path by the way that they're playing. Molten Rain, our Sanctuary. That's terrible for us. Yeah, didn't expect that one. Alright, let's play our tapped, differently colored source and pass it back. I think we're going to lose this game too now. Swift Spear, okay. Skullcrack us. Yep, that's 7 or 1 point away from being dead. Man, disappointing loss to burn here. Maybe we should have mulliganed this hand too. And it's all because of the stupid Boros Garrison playing game 2. Unreal. Hate to see it. Well, it goes to show you that even a single mistake, it can cost you the game, especially with the pace of Modern, so I have to be very careful and think things very carefully through. That is one of the flaws of my gameplay as a Magic player, is I tend to rush into things without really thinking about the consequences, such as playing the Garrison because I want the Garrison in play when we get our Titan in play, without considering the fact that I needed the green mana. That's just something that happens if you don't take your time and consider your plays and the ramifications of what you're doing. Sometimes I just speed through things, and that's definitely something you cannot do while you're playing Amulet. And hopefully, my playing, if anything, has shown you that. So be more careful than I am while you play the game. And what can I say? Hopefully, I'll play a little bit better next time. I will see you guys in the next match. This is Redface Menace, signing off.